So this is not a video that I wanted to make, but here we are. There's a few different topics that I'll be discussing, so I'd appreciate it if you stayed till the end. First of all, I will be stopping my work on Banjo-Tooie Rejiggied. Why? Well, essentially, it's me. When I work on my game development projects, I have two choices. I can make a fan game of an existing IP, or I can work on my own IP, and there's a few important distinctions between them. First, when it comes to working on original projects, nobody can come along and tell me that I can't work on it. While nobody has said that to me about Banjo, that doesn't mean that it's not possible for it or any other project that is a fan game. Second, I can never sell a fan game, but an original game I can. And thinking ahead, that is something that would be an end goal for me, to one day get to the point where I am happy enough with something I've made that I can put it up for sale. One last point I want to make is about the reception of the two types of games. What I want to do is to build a presence like anyone else, to get that dopamine from people seeing and liking my content, to create a game that I can put on Steam and see where that takes me. And in regards to the first part of this point, I would say it's more worth it to make those fan games. My most popular video has nearly 7,500 views, and that is of course one of my Banjo updates. My least popular video, which is more recent, has nearly 70 views. Less than 1% of my most popular, and while its likes sit at 85%, that's also the lowest of all my videos. And this video is original content. Or at least as original as it can be, since it is a parody of Wilkins coffee ads. And it was a teaser for an original game idea that I have. And if it sparked any kind of interest, that I would devote more of my time towards that project in particular. So basically, it comes down to a trade-off. Working on my own stuff gives me legal and financial benefit, while working on fan games gives traction. It helps me build the channel. But there's an important caveat here. Most of my fan game videos do 10% as well as my best video. This is still 10 times better than my original content, but it's still a far cry from my best. And that makes me feel like my best was a fluke. And I am incredibly grateful for all the kind words and support that you've given me. And that's why I'm doing this video. I feel like the only way I can repay it is to give you 100% insight into what's going on. Returning to my previous point, fan games do have that edge for exposure and traction, but I think that's just when you're truly talented. I personally have always felt so incredibly average to my core, and for what my goals are, I can't be average at YouTube, at art, at making games. It's not enough to get me anywhere when it's average for everything. Which is why I don't feel like I've earned my best performing videos. I make art to put into this game, and every time it doesn't come out like it does in my head. And I'm running out of my free time. I'm going back to school, and despite my slow uploads, I have never forgotten about this project. I have always felt guilty that I couldn't provide the quality that you all deserve. And it's thoughts like these that make it so difficult to produce content to put on YouTube. And we all know what happens to your channel when you can't produce either quality or quantity videos. So, in a way, it boils down to, do I want to make fan game content and have my channel slowly die from success that I don't feel I've earned? Or do I want to outright kill it by shifting completely to original content and telling myself that the only reason it isn't growing is because it's original content, so people don't care? Unfortunately, I'm not strong enough to pick the former. So what I'll be doing is keeping the channel, and I will still upload dev blogs, but they will be for my own games, in addition to animations that I make that are unrelated. Work will no longer proceed on Rejiggied. I don't know what I'll do with the Discord yet. The playable games so far will continue to be available on itch.io, and until the end of this year, I will have the entire Unreal Engine 5.0 project, as well as all the art files, available as a download for you to do whatever you want with. Thank you, and I'm sorry I can't complete what I set out to do.